ॐ सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या सम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः ॐ निधये सर्वविद्यानां विशजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः ॐ वेदिमे गुरुवे पूर्वपदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याता सर्ववेदान्तातः नित्यम् अप्रणतोऽस्म्यहं श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् ॐ वेदाग्रशास्त्रसुधाजलदे महितोपनिषत्कथितार्थनिधे हृदये कले विमलं चरणं भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणं समस्तब्रह्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो नमः महर्षे गौडपदाचार्यवर्याय आद्यशङ्करद्गुरुवे अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः ॐ अथ अथर्ववेदान्तमाण्डुक्योपनिषत्शान्तिमन्त्रः ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयामदेवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः स्तुष्ट्वागंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवैतं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्वेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यवरिष्ठनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ शान्तिः 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 अथ चतुर्थप्रकरणमलातशान्तिप्रकरणम् Bhagavad Guru Kripa that we are trying to use all our abilities to understand what logically our Guru Adi Shankara, Param Guru, Gaudapada are explaining about the reality's realness, the unrealness of the world. Now the reality is unseen to us. The world is so substantially really seen. He is shifting our understanding, knowledge totally 180 degrees from world is real, not is unreal to world alone is unreal, not alone is real. So having given all these analysis so far up to the verse number 70, he has given the examples of yatha swapnamaya jivaha jayate mriti vicha tata mayamayo jivaha jayate mriti vicha yatha yatha यथा स्वप्नमय जायते में तथा जीवा आमी सर्वे भवन्ति न भवन्ति सो टू यथा मायामयो जीवः जायते मृतेऽपि च तथा जीवा आमी सर्वे भवन्ति न भवन्ति यथा निर्मितिकः जीवः जायते मृतेऽपि च तथा जीवा आमी सर्वे भवन्ति न भवन्ति. These three examples he gave, and with all the explanations so far, once in a while the total summary essence should be conveyed, the crux, the final point. So this shloka stands for it 71, which is repeated, which is already given in 40th last mantra of a last prakarana. And this is the essence to be understood. What is that? He only Parabrahma Paramatma is there. Okay, point one. He cannot be modified. Therefore, neither he created something from him nor he himself became anything. Then he is he only. That is ultimate standpoint. But we are now in the standpoint of seeing Jagat, etc. Now, the Jagat is Namarupatmaka, then Jagat is Vrutyatmaka, and that Namarupa Jagatu, Vrutyatmaka Jagatu, listen carefully. There is no independent content about the other than Paramatma. And in Paramatma, there are no Namarupa. Then how to sort out both of them? See the three thoughts. In Paramatma, there is Namarupa. In every Namarupa, there is Paramatma. But Paramatma has no Namarupa. Then what is to be understood? Paramatma के ऊपर नामरूप करना ही अज्ञान है या सृष्टि है. And the stuff in all the Rupa Nama Jagat, outer or inner Chitta, is nothing other than Paramatma, which is non-modifiable. What is the meaning of non-modifiable? He is always as he is. Then where from this Rupa Nama of the infinite varieties came? That's called as your own unnecessarily invoked power of Maya. It enchantment ke liye it creates variety, but it binds us to that. Always remember, all bad habits start in the beginning as an entertainment only. But slowly we get addicted to that. We don't even recognize that we are addicted. Forever, in that way only. Food addictions are there, drinks addictions are there, some entertainment addictions are there. In the beginning, they just started like an entertainment, but slowly. In the same way, the Rupa Namata of the Jagat is unreal, but we got addicted to that. Like Aham Devasmi is absolutely absurd, but we are addicted to it. And so much addiction that we are feeling it is impossible to rise above Deha Tadatmya. In the same way, द्वैत जगत का हम एडिक्शन में है, though it is unreal. That addiction word which we have newly used today was given different word yesterday. Like in one of the classes, one of the shloka, what was said word? As long as you have that insistence. So, some 10-15 shlokas back, we were told, so, okay, yavat hetufala aveshaha, tavad hetufala udayaha, kshine hetufala aveshe, nasti hetufala udbhava. There's a very crux of the point. It's what? In your non-acceptance of reality and imagination unreal, only you are seeing the world in the Paramatma, otherwise it is not there. This is the thing which we have to crack. This is a breakthrough we have to achieve. First intellectually, but intellectual apprehension only should inspire us to do sadhana. And at the height of the sadhana, ultimately, we will experience that everything is Paramatma, other than him, nothing. Of such person, the sentence is like this. The one who experiences it, he talks like this. This sloka, the 48th sloka of the third prakarana, or 71st sloka of the fourth prakarana, or the 32nd sloka again of the third prakarana, they all go together. And the sixth sloka also third prakarana. The sixth shloka was Adavadya chennasti vartamane pitattatha vitathai sadrisha santaha avitataha ita gruhyate. That was told in the sixth mantra. That which is not there in the beginning and end, in the beginning, middle also it is not there, it is only appearance. What is said in the 32nd is na nirodho na chotpattihi na baddho na sadhakaha na mumukshur na vayamuktaha ityesha paramarthata. Same is said in 48th mantra, third one, and here in 71. One of the kya? The essence of the entire idea of the Karika. Karika Kara's thesis or theory or summary or conclusion is this. Four parts it has got. न कश्चित् जायते जीवः संभवोऽस्य न विद्यते एतत् तदुत्तमं सत्यम यत्र किंचित् न जायते. This is what. न कश्चित् जीवः जायते. None of the jivas are actually born, created, even manifested. Why? Sambhavahasya na vidyate. Because there is no karana for them. The only karana is Paramatma. Paramatma is not the karana of anything. Second point. Third is variety at the various levels of spiritual sadhana. We were told to do this or that as if telling them about real. They're all Satya, but they're not Uttama Satya. Etat tad Uttamam Satyam. Uttama Satyam is Tat only, Tat Prabha. And again concludingly says, Etat tad Uttamam Satyam Yatra Kinchid na jayate. Which has never became anything. Never. Na Kinchid jayate means neither your Pratibimbavada will work, nor your Avachedavada, nor your Vivartavada. These are all the techniques used in Shastra to divert our attention to the Parabrahma. Having discovered whom, all these also are not there. In the Pratibimbavada, like the reflection of sun or more in the pool of water or the waters in the buckets, so too Paramatma is reflecting in all the Antakaranas, in all the Ahamvrittis as Jiva. This is a very good thought to tell us that we are something other than the Deha and to take us to near to the Paramatma. In the Avachedavada, the Mahakasha, Ghatavakasha, in fact, there is no difference, only walls are dividing, giving only the feeling of division. That's called Avachedavada. In the Vivartavada, Bhagavan remaining as he is never changed, like the snake. Rope never became snake, but only appeared as rope or snake without any change happening in it. Vivarta. All these are the vadas required to help us spiritually. But ultimate में जाओ तो एतत् तद उत्तमम सत्यम. Underline this point. What is the उत्तम सत्यम? यत्र किंचित न जायते. Eternally our only Brahma is there. That is the height in which the loftiest Everest कांचनजंगा के ऊपर हमारे कारिकाकार बैठे हैं और बाकी सब उनके नीचे ही है. सब उनको देखना है as ultimate, but others he need not see anyone. Even if he has to see them, he'll have to look down only because they are the lower level. गुरु है क्या है सत्य, शास्त्र है क्या है सत्य, सत्संग है क्या है सत्य, Sadhana hai kya hai satya? All are satya. To reach to the ultimate satya. But having reached that, there's another uttama satya. What is that? All of them are also not there. This thing we have to intellectually grasp. In Paramatma, none of the sadhanas are there or not required. But to reach him, they are required at this level. Therefore, at this level, respectfully, reverentially, you reach. Use them. Once you reach them, none of them are there. Ishvara Upasana, and Sarvagnatva, Sarvashaktimatva of the Ishvara, Sushtisthilya Karakatva, Karmapala Datrutva, some one step lower than Parabrahma, only they are valid. And how much are they are valid, still they are not inspiring. Even they inspire, only few people do. Even they do what benefit maximum they get out of Upasanas are Samipya, Salupya, Sarupya. साहित्य अब मर जो जाओगे भगवान में आप बट ब्रह्म ज्ञान में यू आर अवेयर ऑफ योर सेल्फ सो दिस इज अ श्लोका न कश्चित् जायते जीवः संभवस्य न विद्यते एतत् तद् उत्तमं सत्यं यत्र किञ्चिदपि न जायते this much one portion is over from 72 a new theme is taken up means development of the earlier one not new same चीज और थोड़ा गंभीरता से विस्तार से बता रहे Now, what is the whole thing? Brahman, Chitta, Chitta mein world is taken as gross. Towards the world we have reality feeling, and therefore we love the world, we hate the world. We are planning to get the world which we love, to kick the world which we hate. This is what the entire samsara we are living. At the basic substratum level, what is that? That is being conveyed to us through these Upanishads. Knowing him, nothing is happening, samsara gone. Don't know him, then you take this as real, that's called samsara. Being in the world is not samsara. Taking the world as real is samsara. Can it be possible that you are in the world, still don't take it seriously? Yeah, just like satsang. You come, don't take serious. Guru's words. What did we take seriously? Nothing. It's not affecting. Guru bolte rehte hain. Same thing can be in the world, but not taking it as real. That's called mukti. Now this mantra, each one of them, let's see. Chitta spanditam evedam grahya grahakavadvayam chittam nirvishayam nityam asangam tena kirtitam. Again, this is also a little subtle thing which we have to grasp, which we have to try to understand. So in this 4 words or 4 sentences are said. First we'll study and same thing when we study. Second time through Bhashyam, we become little more deeper in understanding. First word, idam sarvam. Okay, all that is idam. What is there? Grahya grahakavat dvayam. The duality of the grahya, the perceivable, grahaka, perceiver. Grahaka is perceiver, grahya is perceived. This dvaita, which is called a idam jagata, chitta spanditam eva, which was said already, but concludingly again said. Therefore, finally, it is a spandana of the chitta. Means what? This is a conclusion of what we started right from the first sloka of this prakarana, especially from the 51st or 51 or 52nd sloka, where he started taking the example of ALAATHA and its movement, ALAATHA and its Shanti. Is it not? Movement or spandana. That is he's again repeating here. What is that? Just like in the movement of the ALAATHA, the never existent, never content with content without content wale, Rujuvakra Abhasa were seen or not. Neither came from anywhere, nor came from the self or ALAATHA, nor went somewhere. Some peculiar that one. We have not given that much value to deeply understand it. If we had given our whole orientation about the world would have changed by now with regard to our understanding about the world. बदल जाना चाहिए था अगर इसको पकड़ लिया तो. Same thing is now saying चित्त स्पंदितम एव idam grahya grahakavat dvayam. Means what? In the chitta only, chitta spandana only, the entire world are perceived and perceived. So where is the perceiver and perceived? In reality, nowhere. But it is felt by you or not? Yeah. Experienced by you or not? Yeah. Where is it done and how is it done? It is in the chitta and in the spandana of the chitta. Remember, in the spandana of the chitta, grahya grahaka द्वय आभास हो रहा है, जन्म नहीं हो रहा है. Because in the movement of the alatha, the Rujuvakra abhasa is happening, not the birth of those colors or forms, shapes or colors. Is it not? See the difference between these two sentences. The Rujuvakra abhasa are not born when the alatha moved. Rujuvakra abhasa appeared. That's why it's called as abhas. Why you call it appearance or abhasa? Because substantial thing नहीं है वो. उसमें ना द्रव्य है at the time of it being seen. Before it was not there, after it was not there. चलो कहाँ छुप गया, आंखों के सामने तो नहीं है. दो ही पॉसिबिलिटी है. एक तो it must have gone into the alatha. Second, it was gone somewhere. Somewhere it has not gone, not entered into alatha. Somewhere it has not come from, not came from the alatha. But when the alatha moved, it appeared. So what it is? A substanceless, causeless, non-existing thing, but just appearing to confuse you. Don't think that same thing is repeated every time when you are going to the next level of understanding. Here what we are seeing, चित्त स्पंदना से चित्त में ग्राह्य ग्राहक जन्म नहीं हुए. चित्त स्पंदना के कारण ग्राहक ग्राहक का फीलिंग हुआ. इट्स ओनली आभास. And what is chitta by itself? Be attentive. Chittam nirvishayam. This is a third point, very essential. In the chitta, it is such a stuff that there is no vishaya in that to become something or the other. And anything which is nirvishaya, it has to be asanga. And what is finally asanga? Is conscious self only. Therefore, there are two things you can say. Make the chitta nirvishaya, chitta no more remains as chitta, it becomes conscious self. Another thing is what? Chitta by itself is not a chitta actually. निर्विषयम हो, कोई ऐसा कुछ चीज आई नहीं है. Then what is that चित्त नहीं है तो आत्मा ही उस रूप में है. How is that in the Vama asangam? So in this sloka, what is given to us is entire world is in chitta. We said, but chitta has not become the world, nor created the world, nor even appeared as the world. But chitta spandana made possible for the appearance of the grahi grahaka jagat. Directly ask the chitta, उसमें ना कोई स्पंदना है ना कोई रूप नाम है. When there is no spandana and roop nama in chitta, then what is that chitta? That is called as asangam. And what is asangam? Paramatma. So always Paramatma is there only as unmoving, unchangeable reality. That itself is ultimate state of chitta. At that stage we can't call it as chitta, we call it as Paramatma. But वो original form है वो चित्त का. And all this spandana bhi nahi hai. Spandana se all imagination also, they are actually even there, they are not there. That is what is there. Chittam nirvishayam nityam asangam tena kirtitam. Therefore, this chitta itself is kirtita as the asanga atma. Asango nahi sanjate. So vasana and kalpana are creating the spandana. Spandana is making appear the world of names and forms. Grahya, grahaka. Dono. Now, how subtle, crucial we have to be on the seat of contemplation and meditation to enter into the depth of what is conveyed in this one sloka. What is there? Only Paramatma. There is not even Chitta. But when you don't know Paramatma, he only appears as Chitta. Chitta is such a matter which is none other than Paramatma, yet for some reason there is a Spandana. Now comes Maja. Just because of Spandana in Chitta, entire world of gross, subtle, individual and total are appearing. And सबसे मजेदार बात क्या है उसके बाद, all these appearance we are taking as so real. That's how completely got caught up. No, one level we have to reach to कि everything is in चित्त वाला स्थिति जब तक नहीं आता तब तक ग्रॉस वर्ल्ड से हम मुक्त नहीं होते हैं, तब तक हम और भी सूक्ष्म आत्मा तक भी नहीं जा सकते. It's very tough. It's the first sadhana to be done, but it is inevitable. But if one tries, we can achieve that. Shifting from gross to the subtler one. What is the meaning of gross to subtler one? Entire world of beings, world, things, whatever happenings are nothing but chitta spandana. In reality, they are not there. It's only the spandana, because of chitta spandana, they are appearing. No, such Vedanta will understand only. एक से 10 बार जो है जादूगर वगैरह का जो एग्जाम्पल दिया ना, उसको आप 100 बार मनन करो तब ये समझ में आए। So the जादूगर, द जादू, फिर जादू देखने वाले, उनको लगता है जो भी दिखा रहे हैं वो रियल है, बट जादूगर नोज इट्स नॉट रियल. Absolutely, it's non-existing only. But the onlookers, when they see, it appears to be real. But really, it's not there. So too, for you and I who are in a wrong training and habit, whole world is existing and real. But when we are really trained, educated, and become very, very, very acutely subtle, sublime, we see the entire Jagat is Chit Swarupa, Brahma Swarupa only, Sat Swarupa only. Not even Chitta is there here. See, how many are you talk? Ripples, bubbles, foam, froth, or waves and tides. Ultimately, it is water only, no? Not only that, in the water, none of them are there. Think about such examples. In and through all the sun, moon, and star, spaces there are not. Beyond them also spaces there are not. Yeah, but the next side truth is, in the space they are not there. In the purest space, if you can see, they are not there. As again and again, million times we are saying, we have made it an insistence to see name and form and give it reality. Like in any case, without chini I cannot have tea or coffee. That is an insistence. In fact, without tea, coffee only we can be alive, but it is an insistence. And it become a habit, it become nature, it become justified. Everything, even Sadachar ki baat bhi kaho, though it helps in evolution, but that also insistence, like take bath every day. It is an insistence. That's why अवधूत की हम बात हमने देखा, अवधूत doesn't, for months together he won't take bath. Still there is no pasina, no bad odor. Because there is no vasanas, he is Shuddha Brahma Tattva, therefore only fragrance comes from him. That is the ultimate siddhi. But these things are taking, these are all we have insisted. 3 बार खाना खाना insisted. Everything is आवेश आवेश आवेश. परमात्मा को जगत के रूप में आवेश के कारण हम देख रहे हैं. If you drop all that, what you see is only Parabrahma everywhere. So, Sarvam, Bhashyam I am reading. Grahya Grahakavatu. Vatu means one. Grahya Grahakavala. Grahya, the world seen. Grahaka, I am the seer. Both the Grahakas of Jagrat Swapna, both Grahya of Jagrat Swapna are taken into account here. So in the Swapna, I was the Swapna Grahaka and the entire Swapna Jagat. Now I am Jagrat Grahaka, the entire Jagrat Jagat in front of me. The space is there, the vast entire place is there, and in that I'll see the forest or the trees or all the buildings and the roads and the houses. These are all I am seeing called as Grahya. I am the seer of them, Grahaka. So he says, Grahya Grahakavat Sarvam Chitta Spanditam Eva. And Grahya Grahaka is Dvayam. Both of them Chitta Spandam. This is what we have to reach in the meditation seat. What is meditation seat? Discovering the Chitta Spandana as the cause of Grahya Grahaka. Then what is Chitta? In its essential nature, it is Parabrahma. In Paramatma, there is no movement. Therefore, in the Chitta also there is no Spandana. So there is no projection of Grahya Grahaka from that standpoint. But now the Vasanas are there, therefore it makes the Chitta Spandita. Then that Spandita Chitta expresses as Grahya Grahaka. Remove all the Vasanas and Avidya, nothing for the Chitta to become Spandana. Therefore, this side Grahya Grahaka birth will not be there. And this side, because of non-Spandana, Chitta cannot stay continuous as Chitta. It will have to discover its identity with Chit consciousness. This is what is the theme here. So sarvam means grahya grahakavat. सर्वम ग्राह्य ग्राहक रूप में शोभायमान दिखने वाला सब कुछ सर्वम चित्त स्पंदितम एवं चित्त स्पंदना ओनली इनफैक्ट ग्राह्य ग्राहक द्वयम द सियर एंड सीन द सेट ऑफ सियर सीन बोथ आर चित्त स्पंदना द सेट ऑफ सियर एंड सीन इज चित्त स्पंदना अदर देन चित्त स्पंदना देयर इज नो कॉज फॉर द ग्राह्य ग्राहक टू appear express. See, this will be told after three shlokas. Interesting point. That is called as Samavayi Karana, Samavayi Sambandha. All that they talk there. Ki, I know my Deha with my Chitta. Okay. Deha is gross, Chitta is Sukshma. Has the Deha entered in the Chitta? It cannot enter. Did the Chitta which is Sukshma became Deha? No. Therefore, is there Deha in the Chitta? Not there. Then what did you start? I was aware of my Deha. Deha was there in the Chitta. बिना चित्त का देह भान नहीं होगा और चित्त में देह एंटर नहीं कर सकता एंड चित्त इज नॉट देह चित्त इज नॉट देह देह कैनॉट एंटर द चित्त विदाउट चित्त देह कैनॉट बी सीन then what is this typical thing that's happening? That is what you have to become subtler, that chitta never became deha adi. You only are insisting it like that. Parabrahma never became any jagat. You only are holding on to. Drop that holding, you will drop everything. You will see Parabrahma as he is. As simple as that. So, chitta spanditam eva dayam. Now, chittam, now the next sentence is the crux of it, conclusion of it. It might have been told earlier in a different context, little vaguely. But yaha to seedha straight away भाष्यकारा unambiguously making one sentence, statement. ध्यान से सुनना उसको. It looks like we have heard about it many times, but here he says, आत्मा, चित्तम परमार्थतः आत्मा एव. This is the main sentence. Chittam paramartatah atma eva. Which chittam? Nirvishayam. The grahya grahaka vishaya rahita chitta is atma only. Did the chitta become grahya grahaka? It never became. Then what did happen into the chitta? It only got some movement, spandana. It led to what? The appearance of something called as grahya grahaka. What is the stuff in that? Independent stuff is not there in it. But stuff is Atma only. The Atma is never becoming Grahya and Gravaka or Rupanama. This is what is the crux of it. Now, Chittam tu Paramartatha Atma eva Nirvishayam. Means Chitta Nirvishayata is called Atma only Paramartatha. Chittam Paramartatha Atma eva iti Nirvishayam. The thoughts which we are having are Paramatma only in reality. But the thought, which thought? The free from the objects. So in the object always there are two things. One is consciousness, second is shape of the object in the vritti. So the shape of the object belongs to thoughtness. Consciousness belongs to the Paramatma Vastu. In the Paramatma level you go, the Chitta is not there, Chitta vritti is not there, Jagat also is not there. Recognize him, he is not. Like recognize the snake, rope, snake is not there. Contemplate on this thought for 10 times. See the snake, you can never recognize the rope. But recognize the rope, not even iota of snake is there. So to recognize the consciousness, neither chitta, nor spandana, nor abhasa of grahya grahaka. Meditation में पकड़ना है हमको. In samsara, we live life of grahya grahakata. And so many of grahya vastus and ragadvesha and the working for it, all that is samsara. Grahya grahaka are abhasas. Grahya grahakas are abhasa. Grahya grahaka are abhasa. It is because spandana of the chitta. It's because spandana of chitta. Because chitta is spandana, spandana हो रहा है क्योंकि there are some vasanas. Either nascent. The vasanas are also unseen or unmanifest, but they prompt somehow being unmanifest and unseen for the chitta to do the abhasa. चित्ता आभास से इसका भान हो रहा है. Like a friend, a person came in front. He is a friend. Where is a friend? Friend is nowhere. There is only abhasa. Friendliness is abhasa projected because the spandana of the chitta when you saw that person. At the time of spandana, the vasanas worked, therefore you said he is a friend. Impression. Because kal bhi dost tha, parso bhi dost tha, now he is continuously dost. Dost is never he was, but because of vasana, the spandana made him to appear as dost. It has not made that person into the dost. कहाँ है दोस्त को ढूंढो उस व्यक्ति में उस व्यक्ति में नहीं होगा वो इट इज इन यू वेयर इज इन यू इन avahasa why because spandana of chitta why it's spandana because of avahasa clear now first a person absolutely unknown पहली बार देखा do you feel a friendness to him because that avahasa of the mitrata is not there क्यों उनको देखकर चित्त स्पंदित नहीं हुआ भाई वासना नहीं था both are two people only. But one is friend, one is neutral. Third one is enemy. Enemy and friend are because of the vasana, abhasas. More clearly you will know. Person remains same. When he was helping us, he was friend. When he was cheating us, he was enemy. And when this happened and we left that person a long time, then he become neutral. So the friend, enemy, neutral are abhasas, enemy about that person, irrespective of whatever he has done. Because of vasana. What is vasana? I wanted this thing, but this person took it away. Therefore, he is Shatru. Or I wanted this thing. Because of that, that person gave it to me, Mitra. So that vasana is prompting Chitta to do vibration and project the Mitra and Shatru and Udasina in the person in whom none of the three are there. That's why Suhron Mitra Ari Udasina Madhyastha Desha Bandhushu Sadhushvapi Supaveshu. This is what Samabuddhi Vishishyate. एक ही बंदे को कभी हम प्रेम देते हैं कभी द्वेष करते हैं कभी न्यूट्रल रहते हैं no all these are not in the person they are all abhasa taken as real by me the abhasa appeared because chitta spandana chitta has not become that चित्त के स्पंदना से आभास हुआ is it not like the tire is rotating therefore there is an abhas of movement of cycle though cycle is really moving on the ground but logically it is not moving. It's only rotating. Rotation is different from moving, no? But in the rotation, the abhas of the movement is happening and it is working. Thousands and millions of people are traveling from one place to the other because of the rotation of the car or cycle, which they call as movement. Is it not? If you lift the tire an inch from the ground, with the same speed you put your accelerator, not even an inch the car or cycle will move. That is its original nature. But because of the stable ground there, when the tire is moving, the setup is made such way that on that a chair or seat is लगाया उसको तुम बैठ गए वो लग रहा है कि आप इधर से उधर गए हो so this principle को किसी ने डिस्कवर किया that's how he discovered the motor vehicle or some transport but otherwise there's no movement happening at all but abhasa in the same way this person is friend this person is enemy they're all abhasa this is what I have to discover what is meaning of abhasa. What I mean is, in the actual Vastu it is not there, in the Chitta it is not there, in the Paramatma it is not there. But still it appeared in a peculiar position of the Abhasa of the Chitta and because of Vasanas. Why we have to say that? Because when all Vasanas go, Chitta ka spandan nahi hoga, फिर कोई आभास नहीं रहेगा. So here we talked as friend, enemy, etc. as Abhasa. In general, what is the point is entire universe of seer and seen or Abhasa. वर्ल्ड इज इक्वल सीयर एंड सीन ना दृष्टा दृश्य मिलकर ही जगत है अब दोनों आवाज प्रूव कर दी तो सब प्रूव हो गया चित्तस्पन्दितमेव इदं ग्राह्य ग्राहकवद् द्वयम्. So Atma Veda Nirvisham. Tena, now listen, Nirvishayatvena, because of the Nirvishayatva of the Chitta, Nityam Asangam Kirtitam. So कोई विषय ही नहीं है उसमें, therefore how can it be Sangha Yukta? It cannot be. When it has no Sangha, no lap of anything, nothing can destroying it, therefore it remains as Nitya always. Nityam Asangam iti Kirtitam. And actually Nityam Asangam is definition of Paramatma. So at this level of finer inquiry, Chitta alone is Paramatma. So asango hi ayam purushaha iti sutehe. So sa vishayasya hi vishaye sangaha. Nirvishayatvat chittam asangam iti artha. Now this is the highest Vedanta. I don't know whether I will be able to convey or not. If you can catch it with whatever my effort, wonderful. What is that? In the Chitta, Vishaya, Vishayi, Parikalpana only is creating the world. Clear? In the Chitta, Vishaya, Vishayi, Kalpana is making the world appear. In the Chitta, Vishaya, Vishayi, Kalpana is making the world appear. What is Chitta naturally? If you don't do the Kalpana, Vishaya and Vishaya, Chitta is Chitta only at that time. So Savishaya Chaitanya Paramatma is equal to Chittam. Okay? Nirvishaya Chittam is equal to Chaitanya Paramatma. Okay? Here that's what he says. He Savishayasya hi Vishaye Sangaha. Why Chitta is said to be Asanga? Because Chitta is Nirvishayam. You have to think about it. That's why I said. कोई विषय है उसमें संग होगा, कोई विषय ही नहीं है संग कहां से आएगा? नहीं है. Therefore निर्विषयत्वात् चित्तम असंगम इत्यर्थः. That's what I tried to say. The objects never entered into the chitta. Chitta never became the object. Therefore in the chitta कोई विषय ही नहीं है, therefore कोई संग ही नहीं है. The discovery of chitta to be Vishaya-rahita, therefore Sangha-rahita, is dissolution of the chitta. Because that what remains at that time is pure chitta. In this 2 minutes of talk only, entire meditation is there. The deep meditation. Only these 2-3 minutes. The whole world is Vishaya, Vishayi, Grahya, Grahaka. Both Grahya, Grahaka are there in the Spandana, are the Abhasas in the Spandana of the Chitta. Chitta never gets Sangha with anything because in the Chitta there is no Vishaya. It is such a subtle matter. There is no Vishaya of any Rupanama in the world. The moment you talk the Chitta in this way or make the Chitta in this way or raise your subtlety to level of discovering that type of Chitta where there is a Vishaya in that, there will be no Sangha in that. विषय नहीं है संग नहीं है तो फिर चित्त किधर है जगत किधर है विषयत्व है तो चित्त में स्पंदना होगा जगत होगा देन संग होगा सो जो विषय नहीं है संगता नहीं है चित्त इज नो मोर चित्त इट इज कॉन्शियस सेल्फ स विषयस्य हि विषये संगः निर्विषयत्वात् चित्तम असंगमिति अर्थः then there is nothing called chittam also it's chitta only that's why in the chitta every nook and corner the chit consciousness is there. Be attentive here. The next sentence. So at every moment of the chitta, the consciousness alone is there. Then where the chitta spandana and abhasa of grahya grahaka? No. How do you know? You only stay at that level, then none of the grahya grahaka will remain. And that is Atmanubhuti. But to reach to the Atmanubhuti, both grahya and grahaka we have to devalue. That's the whole problem. Sometimes the grahya vastus we give up or change. But this grahaka, because it's suicidal, no? To drop me, the ego, the grahaka, it appears to be suicidal. And do you think that ego will allow you to drop itself? Impossible. That is why bhakti and sharanagati. I'm telling you, द परब्रह्म आत्मा इज अहंकार स्वरूप नहीं है, वो हम स्वरूप है, नॉट अहंकार स्वरूप। बट द जीव इज अहंकार स्वरूप, वो कार को छोड़ेगा ही नहीं वो। वहाँ तेलंगाना में वही गवर्नमेंट है, गुलाब रंग और कार का उनका सिंबल है, कार हम कार। दैट्स व्हाई एवरीबॉडी हु स्पीक्स द लैंग्वेज इज फुल ऑफ कार ओनली, harsh and strong and all. I tell you, 1,000 lives will be required of spiritual sadhana or study to understand that the grahaka, the I, itself is problem in the realization of the infinite self. And unless the grahaka aham is dropped, real self is not realized. And never ever will be the ego agrees for its disappearance. It cannot. It's like the case of Putin in Russia. Nobody can convince that fellow. It is impossible. That's it. उसका दिमाग ही टेढ़ा हो गया वो. Suddenly the dictator और हिंसात्मक व्यक्ति घुस गया उसके मन में. तुम्हारे भी लोग मर रहे कहो. We will not listen to that also. In the same way, to understand that the I is the one, which is an obstacle, it has to be confronted and it has to be eliminated. It should be objectified. It is not the subject. The subject is only the self. Even the ego is also an object, not only object, it is an abstracting object, and it abstracts strongly by identifying the देहेंद्रियादि. इसको पकड़ना ही सबसे सूक्ष्म वेदांत ज्ञान है जो मिलता नहीं आराम से. That is why how much ever people do satsanga or study seva, even on the name of adhyatmikata sadhana, still they don't realize self, because they don't leave the aham. बिकॉज विदाउट अहम लगता है कि मैं हूं ही नहीं. अब कौन कह रहा है वो मैं हूं ही नहीं? दैट इज ईगो. ही डजंट वांट टू गो. दैट इज हिज अल्टीमेट वेदांत इज अ बाइट ऑफ ओनली फ्यू सेलेक्टेड. बाकी सब जप करेंगे, भजन करेंगे, दूसरे लोगों में जाकर आएंगे, दे विल गेट ऑल द सिद्धीज, दे स्टडी वेदांत, दे टेल अदर, दे मास्टर ऑल द मंत्रास, सब है लेकिन मैं छोड़ना ही. Nobody can leave that. Not only the worldly people, they can't leave the aham. That's so funny that मेरे मरने के बाद मेरे नाम से चलेगा वो कहता है. अबे तू मर गया तो तू है ही नहीं है. But still that aham has a peculiar interest. If I tell this example, it may lead to some misunderstanding. But फिर भी मैं बता देता हूँ कि like I gave some donation and मेरे मरने के बाद ये मेरे ऊपर ये मंदिर बनाओ मेरे नाम पे. अरे मेरे मरने के बाद मैं हूँ ही नहीं, कौन देखेगा वो मंदिर? Is it not paradox? Did anybody in the world who donated for the temples and died did come back and claim or say that मैंने पैसे दिया, देखो मेरा नाम तरोड़ीमल करोड़ीमल परोड़ीमल? Nobody says. It's impossible. But then why to give it some punya akrus? That he will come and see. Second, it is an inspiration and use for the people who are alive. That's it. इसका purpose अलग होता है. What I am saying is, we want to sustain aham. That aham, as long as it is there, real aham, it will not allow it to reveal. So, grahya living is easy, but grahaka is not. इसने सब त्याग किया, संन्यास किया, लेकिन मैंने सब त्याग किया, संन्यास किया. ईगो का त्याग संन्यास नहीं होता. That's why in English class in Bhagavad Gita we'll see the Lord's definition. Tyagaha sannyasa eva he says. Sannyasa of the ahankara is real tyag. I'm conscious self, Baba. I'm not an entity individualized. कॉन्शियस आत्मा में अहम वृत्ति भी नहीं होती है, लेकिन वो मैं हूं इसलिए कहने के टाइम मैं वो रूप हूं ऐसे बताते हैं लैंग्वेज वाइज. बट दैट इज एन एक्सपीरियंस इनफाइनाइट. सी आई टेल यू, even in any beautiful experience of the world, let us say music concert, As long as you are there and observing ego, you will never enjoy it thoroughly. And when you are thoroughly enjoying it, you are not there as an ego there. That is like a samadhi. But you are having enjoyment. You are existing. But not as an aham. If you can contemplate and understand the state of being when we have lost your identity while enjoying some concert or anything, you understand what Vedanta is telling ultimately. I can't enjoy the music if I'm not immersed in that. Both the singer also. If the singer also is aware of the people and their clapping, etc., then he will be an entertainment giver only. But he will not lift them to that experience beyond, which is the purpose of such concerts. And there are some people, they themselves dissolve their ego. सारे सुनने वाले भी वो लय होते हैं उस अनुभव में. It takes time for again for them to wake up and others to wake them up. ये एक्सपेरिमेंट कभी शॉकिंग में भी होता है. But why shocking वाला example? We took this example of that stunned experience of absolute utter silence even of the ego. Sad tragic experiences में भी होता है वो. Lost. I'm not there. Identified with that experience. So even to have the worldly experience, aham has to be dropped. Then, basing on this understanding, let us come to this level. All grahya can be given up, but it always becomes grahaka. But when I drop, I am the grahaka also. Then grahya, grahaka, rupi, spandana, nirmita jagatu, chitta, all of them will disappear. Then I will experience the real me, the aham brahmasmi, chaitanya. They're all not theory. They're all to be practiced. So in this shloka, that is the load. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now in Avatarika, mein, the Purva Pakshis, usual question. It just goes back to a far extent after listening to one sublime truth and ask the Guru. Guru is so patient enough to pull him from that misunderstanding to this. Now what is the question? Nanu means indeed, if at all, nirvishayatvena chet. Asangatvam chittasya na nisangata bhavati. So, because there are no vishayas in the chitta you said as asanga, but there are no vishayas in chitta is not there. Therefore, asanga is not there. Example is what? Yasmat, Shasta, Shastram, Shishya. Hare, Shasta, that the Shasaka teacher, Shastram, the Shastra, Shishya, the disciple, iti eva madehe, Vishayasya vidyamanatva. You are in pure spiritual path only, but is it not you are a guru, that is your disciple, and this is what you are teaching? These are all there where in the chitta only. How do you say chitta is without sangha? What is said was chitta is nirvesha and nissanga, and anything which is nirvesha and nirsanga is Paramatma. So chitta only Paramatma you said. But never ever nirveshayatva of the chitta is possible. Nisangata and nirveshayata. Why? Because even on the spiritual path, chitta will have a spishaya and it will have a sangha. When it is said, say, I am Guru, he is disciple. Or he says, I am disciple, he is Guru. And I taught him or he taught me Shastra. Shastra, Shasakaha, Shastram. ये तीनों तो है. शास्त्रम शास्ता शिष्य इति एवं आदेः विषयस्य विद्यमानत्वात् स न एष दोषः. This is not so. How we are proving? A shloka. Very good. योऽस्ति कल्पित संवृत्त्या परमार्थेन नास्त्यसौ परतंत्र अभिसंवृत्त्या स्यात् नास्ति परमार्थतः. योऽस्ति कल्पित संवृत्त्या परमार्थेन नास्त्यसौ परतंत्राभिसंवृत्त्या स्यात् नास्ति परमार्थतः. No, the answer is simple but deep. You have to feel it. He says, Yaha asti kalpita samvritya. Kalpana and samvriti. Samvriti is vyavahara. Kalpana and imagination. So, it is imagined for some vyavaharik gain only. So whatever is imagined for some vyavaharic benefit, paramarthena na asti asau. In reality, it is not there. Like when you do mathematics problem solving, you bring an X factor. Where is X? It's nowhere there, but you keep on talking about it. Finally, it leads to a truth. After that, you don't hold on to your X, you leave it. You understand the X factor? Like when you go to buy vegetables, every time in one of the palda, he will put all the vegetable, other side he will put the weight. Nobody takes the weight to home. नेवर एवर इट इज कॉस्टेड और वैल्यूड कि 10 किलो 20 किलो नहीं, लेकिन वो है तभी इसका कि वजन होता है। आफ्टर वजन होने का यार तुमने वो भी लगाया 2 किलो वाला, वो भी दे दे। Nobody takes it. In the same way, like when you construct house, all the instruments are used, but वो सारे कुछ दिखता नहीं, सारा वो समेट के लेके आता है वो। Like when you cook food, so many utensils are used. In the food which you are going to eat, are there all there? कड़ची, चम्मच, और तवा नहीं है बाबा। उन सबका क्या है ना, कल्पित है, इसलिए समृद्धि के लिए। बट परमार्थ में when you come to the food, they are all नास्त्यव. So they are all kalpita, imagined for realizing the paramartha. They are kalpita, imagined and used for vyavahara to realize Paramatma. But in the Paramatma, they are not there. So the Guru, Shishya and Shastra or Satsanga, in Paramatma, they are not there. And that is why on the seat of meditation, even all these also have to be transcended. Then only you will realize it. After knowing the truth, then to guide the other next generation, and also because Shastra told or out of gratitude, out of respect and thanks, you respect that Guru, you continue it. But both Guru and Shishya, though both have no, we are not Guru Shishya independence, the Atmanubhava alone is real. What is Guru Dev's attitude toward Tapon Maharaj and Shivaranji? Kalpita Samvarana mein, in the beginning, they were the Gurus. Now, Vyavahar mein. After realizing also, for guiding others not to misguide, he says, he is my Guru and my Guru. That also Kalpana and Samvrata. That's the way. But heart in heart, he himself is not an ego, no? When he is not an ego, he is not a samsari. When he is not a samsari, he is not a shishya. When he is not a shishya, how can he be the Guru? मैं शिष्य हूं तभी जाकर दूसरा गुरु बनेगा ना। बोलो गुरु। Now, if this knowledge is not there that I am not Jiva and Deha, then you are not going to gain the knowledge only. If you gain the knowledge, Aham Devasmi Jivasmi is not there, then Aham Shishyashmi also is not there, then Sah Guru Asti wo bhi nahi hoga. Therefore, before Atmajnana, the Kalpita Samvarana for sadhana and get the Atmajnana. Kalpita is imagined, Samvriti is Vyavahar. After realization, again only to guide others. Therefore, the Gurutva, Shishya, Shishyata always remains before for sadhana, later on for Shishtachara. But in the Atmanubhava, Guru Naiva Shishyaha. He cannot. You can't have Guru, Shishya, Shastra, Ishvara, Bhakta, Jiva, Jagatu. All of them should be transcended. That only the Atmanubhava. Any of them you have, still you are in samsara only. No? Inevitably you have to drop all of them. Therefore, कल्पित समृद्धि के कारण है वो कल्पना एंड संवर्ण। संवर्ण के लिए कल्पित किया। संवर्ण मीन्स व्यवहार। व्यवहार में वन संसारिक व्यवहार, सेकंड साधना वाला व्यवहार। परमार्थेन न अस्ति, दैट इज द मीनिंग। दिस इज आवर पॉइंट। नो परतंत्र अभिसमृत्या स्यात्, if some other people are doing the kalpana of the dvaita, na asti paramarthatah, they are such a rigid, stubborn fellows. We give all logic and example. Still, they are not able to come to this sublime level. Therefore, in their view, they may carry on their dvaita. In reality, it is not there. Neither we are worried because there is no dvaita our standpoint, nor we are worried about them because they have not reached the ultimate truth. हमें उनसे कोई आर्ग्यूमेंट नहीं है। हमारे में ओनली वन विदाउट संगठन पर ब्रह्म इज देयर। गुरु शिष्य एंड शिष्यण ऑल ऑफ देम आर कल्पित समृद्धि। दिस इज आवर फाइनल पॉइंट। इफ समबडी द्वैतवादी सेज गुरु शिष्य बंधन है, चित्त वृत्ति है, संकल्प, उसको कहने दो। आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू फाइट विथ देम because the ultimate Vedanta is not point of argument. No, it is state of experience. If you try, you get. If you get, you know. If you don't try, you will not get. If you don't get, you will not know. When you don't know, you take something as ultimate, something else lower one as ultimate. That's how all the Dvaitavadins, Vishishtadvaitavadins, they struggle there. They don't want to enter into. They want to sunne ko nahi chahte. That's how such people, when you read their commentary, all the Advaita Brahma Jnana also, they interpret in the Dvaita Rupa only. You want to argue with them. You need not also. क्या इसका भाष्य या पदार्थ शास्त्रादि विद्यते सह कल्पित संवृत्त्या कल्पिता च सा परमार्थ प्रतिपत्ति उपात्तेन संवृत्ति च सा तया यह अस्ति परमार्थेन न अस्ति असौ न विद्यते स तया यह अस्ति तया यह अस्ति परमार्थेन न अस्ति असौ न विद्यते वै ज्ञाते द्वैतं न विद्यते इति उक्तम्। यह च परतंत्र अभिसंवृत्त्या परशास्त्र व्यवहारेण स्यात् पदार्थः सह परमार्थ निरूप्यमाण न अस्ति। वेट एवर द अदर्स आर सेइंग, उसको हम अपने लॉजिक से प्रूव करेंगे तो पता चलता है कि वो है ही नहीं है। तेन युक्तम उक्तम असंगम तेन कीर्तनमिति। दैट इज व्हाई द चित्त इन इट्स नेचर इज असंग एंड असंग चित्त इज नथिंग बट शुद्ध चैतन्य आत्मा। दिस इज व्हाट वी सेड इज अल्टीमेट। यू कांट चेंज दिस। So my opinion and others' opinion. In other opinion, they have not touched the core. How can I take it as real? In my opinion, only Paramartha Parabrahma is there. Nothing of the Kalpita Samvarna is real at all. Now, in this way, Nanu Shastradinam Samvartitve. If you say Shastra or Savarna only for Vyavahara, mean they are not real, then Ajaha iti. You decide Brahma is Aja, Nirvikalpa, Nirakara. Iyam api Kalpana Samvrti Syat. Then this कल्पना also फिर समृद्धि होगा। अजह इत्यादि वर्ड भी कल्पना होंगे और समृद्धि होगा, फिर परमार्थ नहीं होगा। What an answer it comes now. Shankara Bhagavan Karikakara says, Ajaha kalpita samvruttya paramarthena na abhi ajaha. This is the bomb blast sloka. Even talking about Paramatma as Ajam, Nirakaram, Amaranam, Amrutyu, they are also not real. That's how even in शब्दों के डेफिनेशन के परे आत्मानुभव है मतलब है बस। That's why we reject all शास्त्र। जब शास्त्र रिजेक्ट किया, उसमें बताया सारे शब्द भी रिजेक्ट हो गए। शब्द रिजेक्ट हो गए, all the meanings also rejected. And still आत्मानुभव alone is ultimate. This is what are the final things to touch which it becomes so difficult because at this level they almost match with the नास्तिकवाद only. नहीं, पूरे नास्तिकवाद छोड़कर आस्तिक में आकर इतना ट्रैवल करके अगेन एंटरिंग टू नास्तिक, नोबडी वांट्स इट। therefore people don't touch this topic which is so ultimate and sublime, but our Karikakar has no hesitation, so he touches it। भाष्यकार कहते मैं तो परम गुरु ने ऑर्डर दिया है, मैं तो लिख देता हूँ कमेंट्री। So these two shlokas are crux tomorrow we'll see। aja kalvida mrutya paramarthena napyaja paratantra vinishpatya samrutya jayate tu saha abhuta viniveshosti dvayam tatna vidyate dvaya bhavan sabuddhvaiva ninimitto na jayate यदा नलभते हेतून् उत्तम आदौ मध्यमान् तदा न जायते चित्तम् हेतु भावे फलं कुतः अनिमित्तस्य चित्तस्य यानुत्पत्ति समात्मया अजातस्यैव सर्वस्य चित्तदुष्यमिति तद्धितः बुद्ध्वा अनिमित्ततां सत्यां हेतु पृथक् अनवाप्नुवान् वीतशोकं तथा अकामम् अभयं पदमश्नुते अभूताभिनिवेशाद्दि सद्दुषे तत्र वर्तते वस्तुभावं स बुद्ध्वैव निसङ्गमनिवर्तते निवृत्तस्याप्रवृत्तस्य आयतदास्तिः विषयस्य बुद्धानां तत्साम्यमजमद्वयम् अजम् अनिद्रम् अस्वप्नं प्रभातं भवति स्वयं सकृत् विभातो हि एषः धर्मो धातु स्वभावतः सुखमावृते नित्यं दुःखं विपरीते सदा यस्य कस्यचित् धर्मस्य ग्रहेण भगवानसौ अस्ति नास्तीति नास्तीति नास्ति अस्ति नास्ति अस्ति नास्तीति नास्ति नास्तीति वा पुनः जलस्थिरो भयाभावैरावृणोत्येव बालिशः। 9 श्लोकास। Today in our Divya Shakti series we try to feel presence of Dakshinamurti Bhagavan and worship him, invoke him for Brahmanubhuti specially. Om 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 Purnamada Purnavidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamādaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha परमर्षिभ्यो नमः परब्रह्मणे नमः श्रुतिमात्रे नमः मंडूकमहर्षे नमः गौड़पादाचार्यवर्याय नमः आद्यशंकरद्गुरवे नमः अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः ओम तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. In Mandukya, the ultimate is taught. To that, we have to slowly crawl from where we are. First, clear the vasanas, remove the habitual likes and dislikes. Slowly drop the desire-oriented activities. Reduce the bhautikavada. Develop astikada. Fill the heart with Bhagavan Nama all the time. Be stable in your chitta vrittis about Bhagavan. Don't do any adharma. Don't go to Vishayasakti. Second level, then slowly start Shastra to the extent they are able to understand. Then slowly enter into the inquiry, vicharana. Then enter into contemplation. Then as the development of the contemplation happens at the higher level, these things start unobstructedly revealing to us. That Parabrahma alone is here, real. Even Bhagavan, Bhakta, Bhakti, Guru, Shishya and Shikshana, even these Tripudi is also not there in them. And these are all anubhuti, not intellectual apprehension. No. Intellectually कहकर ना गुरु को छोड़कर मत भागो बुद्धू लोग. Sarvam nasti nashanameva if you leave the Guru. Slowly we embark to that level. So on the deep level of your contemplation mein, aham nasmi, therefore Guru nasti, therefore the shikshanam shishyanam nasti. But otherwise, in the sadhana kala, prarthana kala, learning kala, Guru Shishya hai, Bhagavan hai, everybody in the world, all relativity is there. Relativity is a beauty. If you can have the art of conducting. Just remove aham and mama and mahyam. I, me and mine. ये तीनों छोड़ दो तो जिंदगी सुंदर आनंदमय होएगा. But it is not easily to go. It is a maya. It has to give us such a better experiences depending on our prarabdha, then only it will go. If we have such prarabdha. नहीं है तो you are one moment में you will understand. Swamiji, no more aham, mama and mahyam. I am just enjoying my remembrance of God and whatever seva is being done I am doing. I am not questioning also that मेरा मैं करके. Claim ही नहीं है मैं. ये जीवन मुक्त हो गया. And it should be always, not in some place. That is everywhere, wherever we are, with whomever we are, aham mama mahyam nasti. That is lucky person. Okay. Tomorrow we'll see. Now 7th chapter पाठ करना है, भूल ही गया मैं. देखो आप याद नहीं कराते हो, मेरे को याद नहीं आता. मैं सोचा गीता